Hello everyone. Today we will be presenting our mid-semester assessment for the course Teknologi Rekayasa Robotika. Our project is titled Trash Sorting Machine Robot. We hope this presentation will give you a clear picture of what we have been working on so far. Next. So, this is our member.
My name is Firzair Rahmansyah as a programmer sensor.
My name is Sinta Duyani as Programmer Vision.
My name is Rahel as Programmer Navigation.
My name is Hartasia Cecilia as Programmer Communication.
My name is Nadia Esterliana Syahan as Electrical.
My name is Jonathan Pratama as Mechanical and Design. Next.
My name is Hasan Salman Hamadi as Mechanical Design.
My name is Amarilo Pangestu as Electrical.
My name is Muhammad Garan Renazi as Object Detection and Rules Communication.
So, what exactly is a trash sorting machine robot? This is a robot system that we design to automatically identify, classify, and sort various types of waste based on their material composition. Our goal is minimize the need for human intervention is the waste sorting process, making it faster, more consistent, and more efficient. The system has strong potential to support waste management in the future. Next. Now, let us talk about what robot is meant to achieve. The main goals of this project is to build a robot can sort waste automatically without requiring manual sorting by humans by using sensor and class. In this presentation, we will cover two main topics. The first is design and mechanism, where we explain the physical, structural, and mechanical component of our robot. The second is electrical and algorithm, covering is wiring system and the logic behind how our robot make decisions. And the third is system of program, which discuss the software and programming that runs the entire robot. Next. Now, let us talk about what our robot is meant to achieve. The main goal of the project is to build a robot that can make sort waste automatically without requiring manual sorting by human by using sensor and classification system. So our robot is able to detect the type of waste, type of classification, direct to upward bin, super baton recalling, and performance doing stably. Next. Here you can see our work timeline, which we divide into three phases. The first phase is concept and design, which is 2-3 weeks. And the implement is 4 weeks, and the next operates is 2 weeks. Next. Moving on the software side of our project, here we'll discuss the algorithm idea that we use for our classification system. This is development environment where we build a test algorithm response for detect and identify type of waste, which is a core part of our system before the robot process to sort them into the correct category. Next. So the next explanation is our partner is Hasan.
This is draft design and top design and button design. The total design dimension area height 80 centimeter and like 61.2 centimeter and width 50 centimeter. And this is land followers robot. The land followers robot function to move the transport matching robot so that I can automatically follow the predetermined path. The lane follower system help the robot move more direction and stability as I pass it along the path to the transport and sorting area. The dimension of the button design height 17.5 and 61.2 and width 50 centimeter. Next.
This is trash sorting machine. Here, the top part of the robot is a trash sorting machine where the robot will automatic sort trash according to the type detected by the sensor. Currently, the robot is still at stage of classifying two types of waste, namely metal and plastic waste. The component used in the robot are sensor, inductive sensor, and capacitive sensor. For the top design size, 62 centimeter, leg 61.2 centimeter, width 30.3 centimeter. I will explain the metal and plastic waste sorting system on the robot. The sorting mechanism uses two square plate position at a 45-degree angle as sorting pads like gate cover. On these two plate servo motor are attached that function to move the plate to open and close the pads according to the type of was detected. Then there is a servo in the middle to push the plate to the left and right to reduce the possibility of the servo on the plate's non-opening. Next.
Okay, in the program navigation flowchart, when the robot is power on, it moves forward and the encoder read the wheel rotation to calculate the robot position. If the robot position greater than or equal to 30 meters, the robot stop. Otherwise, it continues move until it reaches the target. And for my job desk, for my progress, I already simulate motor with encoder in platform Tinkercad, and it can read speed RPM. And after midterm, I want to implement the simulation directly to the real components, directly to the real components.
Okay, I want to explain about its classification flowchart. The first one, start, then Logitech webcam to capture image, then laptop takes frame, process image, resize or normally size, then mode AI classification, uh, kenapa? Then classification result, label A as bottle, label paper, and label cans. Then the ESP the send data to ESP 332 S3, ESP32 S3 receive data. If no, return to capture image. If yes, process to servo. Then action based on label bucket bottle, bucket paper, and bucket cans. Then lead the open and finish. Next. Okay, right now I will do presentation about my job decks. As you can see, in the previous semester, I developed a model and test in on a system using an object classification and detection algorithm, which the datasheet obtained from the RoboFlow website. And however, the results were not optimal. So therefore, in this semester, I decided to collect a new dataset directly from the Braille environment area. The image on the left show the process of labeling the image that I captured the Braille environment. Next, please. Now, next
Okay.
slide will be explained by Muhammad Garan.
Okay, I will explain about slide 18. Camera to servo communication. So on this slide, I will explain how the communication process works between the camera, yellow V5 object detection system, pros, and the servo actuator in our trash sorting robot project. So the main objective of this system is to automatically detect and classify trash objects using computer vision technology, then send the detection result to the servo mechanism for automatic waste sorting. So in the session, there are several important points that explain the overall workflow of the system, starting from real-time image capture, object detection, and classification. Also communication using ROS until the servo response for directing trash into the correct category. The first point is real-time image capture, and then ROS as communication bridge. The third one is object detection using YOLO V5. And then trash classification process. After detection, the system identifies the type of trash object detected. For example, plastic waste, metal waste, paper waste, or other predefined categories. And then also communication to servo. And after that, servo response for the trash sorting. For example, the response are like plastic waste, and then servo directs to the plastic bin, and then for the metal waste, servo after detected, servo will directs to the metal bin, and also same with the paper waste. And then also this is for monitoring and visualization. So the system also publish the detection image with bounding boxes and detection data for monitoring and visualization purpose. Next. Okay, on slide 19, it contains about the overall result of our trash sorting robot project. This project focus on developing an intelligent waste sorting system by combining artificial intelligence, computer vision, ROS communication, and then servo automation in one integrated real-time system. By using YOLO V5 for the object detection and ROS for communication, the system is capable of detecting trace objects, classifying them into specific categories, and automatically controlling the servo mechanism for the sorting process. Several points that we can get from this video is trace sorting mechanism. And then the other main advantages of the system are real flexible ROS communication, modular system architecture, and then for our future development, maybe we will add more trace categories, better object tracking, and then probably higher detection accuracy. Okay, next.
Next, the program sensor classify. This semester, I'm trying to use proximity sensor for the classification. I've already tested the type of the proximity sensor, including in inductive, capacitive, and infrared ones. For the classification process, the system uses inductive proximity sensor and infrared distance sensor. However, the classification results cannot be grouped into the three categories that are the ultimate goal for this semester. Next. This is a result of the using the inductive proximity sensor. The result is the detect of metal. When the can broke near the sensor, it is the detect as a metal on the serial monitor. Next. This is for the non-metal item. An infrared proximity sensor is used. This sensor detects the presence of the trash or other object. So when the trash or other non-metal items are detected as non-metal. Next. Uh, the sensor classifier as have a problem statement is regarding the issue and contract with the sensor if there is noise caused by user placing the trash in the bin. The infrared sensor sometimes detect it from a certain distance. However, the trash classification accuracy for the wet West is still below the target. Next.
Okay, this is the electrical system. The wiring system is based on ESP32S3 as the main controller of the robot. That controller process all sensors like ultrasonic, line sensor, proximity, and other. While the DC motor are driven through a motor driver controlled by ESP32 signal. All components share a common ground and are powered in a way that keeps the system stable and prevent interference between signal. Okay, next. This is the algorithm electrical system. The first one is when the robot active, robot will following the line, and the sensor ultrasonic is the main of obstacle check. If there is an obstacle, the robot is avoided. Next, if there is a trash, the sensor detect the type. If the sensor proximity inductive, check for metal, and infrared proximity checks for non-metal. And then the system of sorting can be sort by the type, and after that the robot continue following the line. Okay.
Thank you for the. This is our progress in project learning. Thank you for the listening.